Welcome to Inside the Firm, a podcast dedicated to small business owners and hosted by entrepreneurs, Alex Gore and Lance Cayko. Each week, they take you on their journey of how to start, run, and grow a business by bringing you inside their architecture and real estate development firm. Get a behind-the-scenes tour of how these business leaders manage their clients and foster company culture while creating new and innovative projects. And now your hosts, Alex Gore and Lance Cayko.
Welcome to another episode of Inside the Firm. We have Lance Cayko here. I'm Alex Gore. It's no nicknames because we aren't messing around.
No messing around.
Denver is fixing its construction
solving problems.
Delays. We aren't delaying this show. And then also, we're looking at a North Star design brief tool that can help you out. Before we do that, other things that can help you out is going to RevitRocketShip.com. You get our template, our training to get you and your firm on a rocket ship to Revit so that you are quicker, so that your drawings are tighter, so that you make more money and you're more awesome. Go check it out, RevitRocketShip.com.
You should go to ArcCAD.com as well because it is your one-stop shop for specifications, CAD details, BIM content, and so much more, whether you're an architect, engineer, or contractor. ArcCAD has the tools you need to streamline your projects and stay ahead of the curve. Best of all, it's completely free to use. Start your next product search on ArcCAD. That's ARCAT.com. Okay, well, so Nick Harrison is a longtime listener of Inside the Firm podcast. Go check him out on LinkedIn. He posts some really great stuff. And he reached out to me privately and said, I would love it if you guys took a look at this app that I'm building. And we're going to do that in real time.
Yep.
And Al's going to pretend like he's the client and I'm going to be his architect.
Gotcha.
So Al is in charge of me.
Yes. Lance, I need a house.
Oh, of course you're a hot lady.
Why would I not be?
Just kidding. Well, most of our clients are female, so.
Yep.
Testers. So basically, I went to North Star. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll follow along here. NorthStar.nickharrison.co. I believe he's an Australian.
Ooh.
Or New Zealand, one of the two. He says. So when I go to that, there's this tester's note that comes up, and it says, "So we're testing it. Thanks for taking the time to test North Star. It's in its early days. I really appreciate you. There's so much more North Star could do, but for now, I've kept it intentionally simple. I'm looking for honest, early feedback. What works, what doesn't, what feels missing. Nate, if you're watching this, you should give us your feedback. Give us some critiques. Give Nick some critiques here. Please take notes as you go. At the end, you'll find a space to share your thoughts. Your input helps shape where this goes next. Then note, please use desktop computer for additional testing, so there's no mobile app." Okay, got it. Thanks. Here we go. Yep. So basically, what this is it's a piece of software that you can you can build a design brief with your clients for it. So the design on the website here, the design process always begins with an idea to help me understand more about you, your needs for this project, and explore its potential. I've developed the following list of questions. This questionnaire helps explore ideas to your project. Feel free to skip to any questions. Okay, so we're going to get started. How it works. Basically, the idea is Al's building a new home in pretend land here, and we're going to complete this brief. The idea is to help avoid unnecessary costs, delays, and a well thought out brief, right? So here we go. We're going to start the design brief. Al?
Yep.
Al's name. Al. Are you going by Al today or Alexander?
I'm Alexander. No. I'm Alexander today.
Good. I like that better. That's when he's like
Alexander.
He's a proper. He is.
Alexander.
Okay. Alexander Gore. Just make up an address.
6422.
6422.
Rough Road. Rough Road Drive.
Oh, look, and then it shows it?
Oh, these are if they're real things.
Oh, wow. Well, we're gonna play along. 6422. Yeah, in New Zealand.
Hey!
Cool. Congratulations. Congratulations on your property. Okay. As soon as you would like to move into your new home, as soon as possible.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna put my email. Actually, we're gonna put Al's email down. Don't forget to send him all the love mail.
Love mail, not hate mail.
Not hate mail. No. And we'll put his number down, which is... I'll put my number down, which is public anyway. Who cares? 775-7406.
Yep.
I get so many spams. Okay. And then we're going to click Next Project Team. Perfect. Tell us about the professionals you would like to work with on this project. Do you have any preferred professionals?
Well, okay.
Yeah. What do you got?
Where's the architect? Or is it known that we are the architect? So
this would be like if you hired North Star, Nick Harrison's. Oh. So the idea is he's trying to create this.
If you want other people.
And I think it's very fascinating because it's like, should we have something similar on our website? That's where I'm going at. What do other people think about? This is open and public, essentially, of like, oh, look, this is how other people are setting up their project briefs for people, which I think is super awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. So, do you have a builder, Al?
I do not.
No. Do you have an interior designer?
No, I don't want one.
He doesn't want one. Wow. Are the boys in charge of this?
Of course.
Okay. Landscape architect?
No.
No.
It's also the boys.
Also the boys, yeah. Okay. No. Any custom professionals?
I need a civil engineer.
Oh, wow.
Boys can't do that. They're 8 and 5.
Yeah. Professional's name?
Come
on.
Steve Irwin.
Wow. Junior. No, just kidding. We brought it back from the dead.
Yes.
Sorry, that was
okay. You don't need to put their contact information.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. Okay. So you can put in their contact info and the additional notes.
Budget.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah. What are you spending now?
1 to 1.5.
Okay.
Priorities.
Yeah. What's your number one space? I know you're a big cooker.
So there's outdoor space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Outdoor. It's New Zealand. Yep.
All right.
Priority area details.
Yeah.
What's your details? The flow from interior to exterior.
A seamless flow.
Yes.
A seamless.
No one's ever heard that before.
Flow from the interior to exterior. Okay.
Yep.
Budget flexibility notes. Big flex if Bitcoin goes up.
Yeah, true. I'm hoping it doubles before the end of the year.
I'm in between right now. What is it at?
Probably 93.
93.
94.
I'm up again, by the way. Yeah. It's at 93. Yep, 93,000. I'm predicting here. We're just tangential. At least 140K.
Yeah. So if you follow Plan B on Twitter, he's a guy who follows Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Basically, there's the time before halvings when things go up, and then there's the time historically the last 4 halvings when it went down. The last bull run, upward trajectory of runs, is this where we're at now, 7 months. Mm-hmm. We got 7 months, so it's till like November, December. And then it kind of goes into a lull period again. So this is the time. Buy some Bitcoin.
Oh, my flight is delayed. Okay. Additional budget notes, none. The next thing we're going to talk about is lifestyle. Perfect. Okay. People and pets. So we need to add people. We're going to put Al's wife.
Yep, Al's wife.
That's what we're going to name her.
Yep.
Al's wife.
Okay.
Yep, works from home. Yep, sure. Yep, and then you can put notes in, which is interesting.
Yep. So I want to add a pet.
Okay, we're adding a pet.
An axolotl.
Say this one more time. Well, first of all, what's its name?
Frank.
Of course, yeah. And I know what the heck you're talking about. Well, how do you spell it?
AXO.
It's an AXO.
LOTL. Copy that, open up a new tab and just search so that the YouTube's people can see what we're talking about. My kids, this is all the rave. This has been weeks of them
currently.
Demanding. Yep.
You need
get
this.
them an axolotl.
You have to have one.
Yep. He also convinced one of his buddies to give him $25, and then he'll put in his own $25, and then they'll give me those 25. Then we'll have $50. I'm like, no. And also, don't take money from your friend.
Okay. Then there's a section about you get to tell your prospective architect about your lifestyle.
Yep.
Do you work from home? Need a home office?
One for me and the wife.
A home office for Me and the wife. That's what I'm putting down here. Yep. Daily routines.
I wake up, go outside naked,
Yep.
and get some sun.
And get
So I need some private area to
sun.
do that.
Cool. Entertainment and social activities. How do you entertain? Children's birthday parties.
No. I mean, we probably have six friend parties, birthday, Easter, whatever, a year, and the indoor and outdoor needs to be connected.
The indoor and outdoor needs to be almost seamless again. Yeah, great. Special requirements. Any?
Special solar panels.
Future solar panels. How do you want to feel? How do you want the home to feel when you come home?
Like a resort.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that so much. Look at you. You hired the right architect.
Yeah. My name is Alexander.
Existing site conditions. These are all optional, but you can talk through them. Yep.
Hilly.
Huh?
It's hilly.
Hilly. Perfect. We'll put that. Yep. Hilly. Key site features.
Hills,
of course. Yeah. Any views that are worth mentioning?
Yeah, the southwest. It's a great view.
Southwest has a great view. Awesome. Site access.
Constraints? Yeah, the hills.
Hills. Yep. We're gonna have to cut some roads in.
Yeah.
Neighboring properties.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Bob is a
jerk.
That's what I was going for.
Next.
Oh, sorry. Richard. His name is Richard.
Oh.
Rich.
You get it. I mean, he's a dick. All right, next spaces. We're going to, the next thing is spaces. Perfect. Do you want single level, multi-level?
Yep, single level. Which is going to be hard with this hill, but, that's why I hired you.
Yeah, okay. How many bedrooms?
4.
Cool. So then you get to select the bedrooms. This part I really like. How many bathrooms? 3 probably?
Yeah, 3. Yep.
3.
Ooh, how many kitchens? Just 2.
You know what? You're asking for 2 because you need an outdoor and an indoor kitchen, right?
You're catching on.
I know. Powder room?
Yeah, you can just 1. Oh, then remove a bathroom.
Exactly. Your brain is the same. 1 living room?
Yep. 2. Use the kids.
I'm sorry. A garage. This is a big deal.
But okay, here's our first feedback. How many car garage?
Yeah, how many car garage?
So it should be like how many car garage?
Maybe you just add one. So like you could have garage and then I don't know. But yes,
spaces.
How many stalls?
Garage, vehicle spaces.
Yeah.
So just like 3.
That's so Nick. See, like we don't know. Are you gonna design Al 3 garages or a 3
car?
Yeah.
Yep.
2 offices. We already talked about that. Walk-in robe. This is like.
This must be a New Zealand Aussie thing. You crazy. They're like upside down over there. Their brains are even upside down. Their brains.
Thanks, Nick.
Backwards.
Thanks for turning the website right side up for us.
Yeah, they write backwards. It's crazy.
Okay.
There we go.
Walk-in room. 2, probably one walk-in closet.
Yeah.
Do you need a gym?
I do.
You do. He does. Yeah.
But I wonder if there was a space for notes on some of these, because I could say can be in the garage.
I like that. I like that. Maybe that's what you need to add, Nick, is just some notes. Okay, media room?
No, because I have 2 living rooms.
Okay. Scullery.
Is that sort of like
Pantry.
the butler's pantry?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1. Laundry 1.
Use that word as much as you can, people.
Yeah, and then instead of hallways, they're galleries, right?
Yeah. That's what I honestly say that. Yeah.
Foyers.
I'm French, so foyer.
Yep.
Laundry room. Clearly need 1.
Yep.
Okay. Any custom spaces? Are we good?
Do we need a mudroom in New Zealand? Probably not.
Is this room details?
Oh.
Let's see here. Yep. Okay, here's what we can do. Nick, we're sorry.
Our bad.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete one of the garages, then delete another one, and then we're going to say, now in the details of the garage, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So basically, after you select the spaces, then another drop-up, the room details come in. This is cool.
Go to one of the bedrooms. I wonder if you can be like, this is for Mary.
Yeah.
Bedroom name.
Yeah, you could do like
Mary's bedroom.
Master suite. We're gonna put it on the ground floor because we're doing that. Yeah, so like in the bedroom, for example, you can like specify what's the name of it, what floor it's gonna be on, any specific furniture needs. Do you want this room to have direct access to outdoor space? This is
Okay.
fantastic.
So here's what I want from our audience, since you already put my email on there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To the people that do this, here's my thought. Do the clients want to do this, or is this a hassle? And should you go and ask all these things and then right when they sign, put it in your understanding and then have them update it? You know, like, do the clients want to do all this?
It's a good question.
And then also too, like, if it's hinging on them, you starting the project for them to do it, everyone who has clients have a variety. Some people are on it, some people are off.
Yeah.
So if you're waiting, then it's like, what, I gotta wait 3 weeks for you to actually do something.
And I will
like
tell
this?
you, the houses where I have met with a client, in person, virtual, whatever, and written and like taken notes on what they say, and then I reconsolidate those notes and I suggest the space program, especially in a house. If I suggest a space program based on a known square footage that they cannot exceed because of their budget, those projects they almost always turn out good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, even with the form and everything, because a lot of times I'll be putting together those kind of programs for people. And for example, there's a I think it's called on our website. Let me look it up real quick here. If you go look at on our portfolio, I think it's called Denver Mid-Century Modern. Yep, it's this one. I put together this program for these guys, and I did it specifically so I could do basically a modern 4-square house, so that I was thinking that far ahead about how I could align windows and spaces, and, you know, have this symmetrical / asymmetrical. Anyway, it's a good question. Let Al know what you think. But yeah, it's really cool. Then you can go in and detail out all these things. Okay, so now we're going to go to general questions.
Because
our next architecture.
It just goes back to also, here's maybe my rub is I wouldn't have them do this before you give them a proposal. Here's why. I'm open to other ideas and suggestions and stuff like that. Is because just like what we told students, make yourself easy to hire. You can apply that to your.
I know.
Make yourself easy to hire.
Yep. Okay, so then the next tab that you can do in this piece of software is you can go and you can talk about architectural style and features. Inspiration. If you have inspirational references, you can add like
perfect.
websites.
Okay, yeah, add reference, and then you could just put a Pinterest link or something like that.
Yeah, of course I'm going to put in, like, clearly you want Denver Mid-Century Modern from F9. Whoever did that house, that guy, amazing architect.
Yeah.
You can talk. Then you get to pick out your styles. If you want modern, contemporary, Scandinavian, whatever. What kind of materials looking at the outside? What kind of internal materials? If there's any sustainable features you're looking for, technology requirements. Yeah, this gets pretty deep. And then you can upload example floor plans, concept drawings, a site survey, topo files, anything you want. Mood boards if you got them. Exterior, interior examples, and then communication. This is great. I like this. Communication preferences.
We love this. Yep.
It tells you what's your preferred method of communication. Email, phone call, etc. When's the best time to call you? What days are you available? How often do you want to talk? How to contact for urgent matters. Expected response time. They put that down there. And then it gives you a summary at the end.
Oh, look at that.
And then you can send to your architect.
So maybe Nick is making this. God, okay, Nick, this would be great. Can this be a plugin that's on our website?
Exactly. And could it be modifiable? So that's our request, Nick. We will plug it all day for you.
Yeah. Nick, let's work on it.
Let me just privately. I'll just read what Nick. I'm not going to show everybody, but Nick wrote to me about 2 weeks ago and said, "Hey Lance, I hope all is well. Cold message, but you liked a few of my posts, so here's me shooting my shot." Yeah,
Hey, he nailed it.
You nailed it. We're on. We are LinkedIn buddies. I've been listening to the podcast for a while. Love the way you and Alex think about architecture business. Thanks, Nick. I've built a tool called North Star. It simplifies the client briefing process for firms. Early days, but already getting strong feedback from testers. Yeah. So anyway, I thought it was a great exercise. I think hopefully we provided you with some good feedback, Nick. And yes to Al's, like, are you gonna make this like a thing we would buy it in
Yeah.
terms of a plugin.
Yep. Because let's say we could have this, and you know, maybe it's Northstar.f9, you know, whatever, however it works. It could be a plugin for WordPress. Because how I would implement it, unless we get feedback that convinces me otherwise, is that we get the client, we nail it, we fill this whole thing out, and then we send it to them and say, hey, please review this, and you can edit or modify it.
This guy. Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. That's an option too.
Yep.
Many ways to go for this. Anyway,
so it could be send to my client, it could be submit, you know, like depending on, yeah.
So yeah, send out all your comments.
Send to or submit. Like those are the buttons. Because you could just submit it to that firm, whoever has a plugin, or you could say send this to, they might want to send it to themselves, you know.
Yeah. Cool. And then you can continue the feedback form. Cool. Yeah, so then you can, for testers, so anybody can do this. Again, go to northstar.nickharrison.co, and then you can fill out as you were testing it, and give them feedback on everything. It's really great. So keep us posted, Nick. We'd love to just look at improvements in the future. All right, last thing we've got here is some really good news, Al. I don't know if you saw this. Whoops. I need to do that properly. Here we go. We're getting some very interesting news out of Denver. And it's from the Denverite, which is a website. And the headline is, Denver Mayor has a plan to fix long delays for construction permits. So if you are listening to this and you're outside of Denver, I think it still applies to you, because maybe you could be talking to your local city council members, mayors, all of those people, and say, look at what Denver's doing. And so as the article goes on here, it's called the Denver Permitting Office, and it aims to speed up the process of frustrated developers. Mayor Mike Johnson signed his first executive order on Monday, establishing a new Denver Permitting Office. The 3-person team in the mayor's office will try to speed up permitting approvals for commercial and multifamily residential construction. The move is a response to years of gripes from developers who have faced sluggish permitting and in some cases have abandoned Denver for surrounding cities. Those delays cost developers thousands of dollars. Tens of thousands of dollars, Johnson said, probably more than that in some cases. Business as usual is over, says Community Planning and Development head Manish Kumar at the executive order signing. Work is about to begin, so they're very optimistic about this. Denver's slow permitting process was a major talking point in the last mayor election, and while the city has hit its goals of speeding up permitting by 30%, I would agree, they are moving in the right direction. Johnson said the pace is still too slow. I would agree. The city's permitting process is meant to ensure that the construction projects simply comply with laws and regulations for everything from fire safety to sustainability goal requirements. The new office has big goals. Existing city agencies will continue to issue permits, and developers will still submit proposals to the city's permitting website, but the mayor's new permitting team will be tasked with overhauling the city's planning process and streamlining how various city departments work together. It has already created a, quote, one-stop shop online for people submitting projects to the city's planning departments.
You know what I love about this?
What?
Is there's been some internal self-criticism from Democrats and self-awareness.
It's a Democrat-run city.
Yep. But I mean nationally.
Oh.
Like there was a New York Times article that my political science friend sent me.
They're even trying to rein in David Hogg, who's now the vice chair of the DNC, which is insane.
There was, there's a whole book written on this by a big podcaster that I can't remember the name. And basically what they analyzed and saw was the Democratic platform, oversimplified, is affordable housing, green sustainability, and obviously some other things, but the affordable housing. So they looked at states where Democrats controlled absolutely everything, and then they looked at cities where Democrats control absolutely everything. And they said, especially on housing policy, because that is actually a major, major issue, and it's pretty consistent, unified what they say they want to do, what is actually happening. And the criticism, the self-criticism, self-reflection is, oh, we're not living up to our own values, we're not doing our own values. And they give examples of California, right? And essentially where it said, they all vote, yeah, we should have affordable, attainable housing, and then this happens. a project will go through planning, neighbors will come, and the phrase that you have probably heard, I've probably heard, everyone that's been to these meetings is, I'm not against affordable housing. Or in this particular case that they said, it was 30 units for elderly people. What's crazy about that in this neighborhood is it's not like they're going to be causing a lot of traffic going in and out. It's not like they're going to be interrupting anything. It's not like they're going to be causing any issues. They're just going to sit there and maybe they'll walk in a circle.
Sometimes I forget they're living in a city.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. So it got approved. The neighbors made some sort of ordinance and got it passed to kill it. And the phrase that came up is, I'm not against affordable housing and housing solutions, but I have concerns about this project. I have concerns about this project.
What a crappy way to put it,
and then they go on traffic, and what makes this neighborhood great is all of our single family homes, and it's so
diversity is our strength. I've been hearing for a decade, except for when it's in our neighborhood.
The hard thing to get across, and this is actually supply and demand are directly linked to competition and lower prices. And limiting the supply, what you're going to do to housing. The other thing too, pushing for more and more
typical boomers.
Sustainable stuff. Yep, sustainable features in that actual project is also going to live too, up the price too. So it's are you for both? Are you for one for other? Are you sacrificing one for the other? Just be honest.
Yes. Stop lying.
Don't use these as a shield. And the study went to it was something ridiculous. I think they looked at least 14 states that everything is controlled blue. And then a bunch of big cities in there, which then multiplies it by 30. And they're none of these are living up to their stated values. And they've been entrenched for, years and decades. They could have done something about this. They say they want to do something
Meaning
about
entrenched with the same party ruling.
Yep.
And nothing's changed.
Yep. But why I say I love this is because Denver Democratic control, they're actually doing it. At least a little part.
No. The 30% increase is real.
Yeah.
I have a lot of faith in this mayor. I actually think he's probably right of center. He just runs as a Democrat.
I can't say it. You gotta be.
I seriously.
Closet conservative. Honestly,
it's Denver's cleaned up. It's there's a lot less vagrants on it. Anyway, to finish out the article, under Johnston's order, the city must approve permit applications within 180 days. Now, and that includes both the site plans and building permits, assuming they're submitted at the same time. Which is amazing, right? Because that's even a big shift that people should understand. Is usually we go through these big entitlement processes before we even are, and have to get almost all the way through before cities will even allow us to submit the building plans for the building, which is totally separate. They're doing what we've been asking for a long time. All right, and hopefully.
Yep.
For comparison, large commercial projects are taking an average of 260 days to complete. For large residential projects, reviews average 271 days. And the city notes some projects have taken more than 2 years. If the planning department hasn't made a decision within 180 days, the developer can appeal to the new permitting office. If the appeal takes more than 30 days, the city will refund up to $10,000 in permitting costs per the project. The new permitting office pledges the city will respond to all messages related to new developments within 2 business days out. So are you guys listening to Inside the Firm podcast?
But what's crazy is that we say governments can't reform because they have no feedback loop, because they have no repercussions on finances. If an appeal takes more than 30 days, the city will refund up to $10,000 in permitting costs. Whoa, bam! They're just hitting.
Good job so far.
So cities can have a financial incentive.
And repercussions.
Yep.
They can recreate the free market. That's what you guys got to start doing that, and that's what the Denver's doing. The new permitting office pledges the city will. Oh, I already said that. Which will be a substantial improvement from the months-long delays some developers said they have faced. Yeah. Each new project will be assigned a quote project champion. End quote. I love that. I can't wait till they're assigned to, and we'll be like I want to talk to him on the phone. Are you my champion?
I want to get them an outfit.
Special champion?
I want to get them a cape and a crown.
A crown.
Yep.
From one of the permitting teams, champions will guide new developments through the often complicated process of getting approval from multiple departments. The hope is The changes will speed up the permitting and make the processes more predictable and easier to navigate. Well, we are optimistic about it. I'm excited, Al. Do you have any closing thoughts about this exciting revelation?
I do. Politics is set up as an us versus them, left versus right. That's what I meant. And it's always, I need more power. So whatever Lance proposes, I'm going to say no to so that I can get more people and propose mine and crap on them. I think that there is value in doing just, if government stuck to reasonable, rational things, I think I think that center is huger than people think. I think the center is huger than people think. And we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. If you like this episode, you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, leave us a positive comment. If you're listening on the iTunes, leave us a 5-star review. Always send us your positive, encouraging mail. No hate mail. Just kidding. The hate mail is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.